Hello, and welcome back to WoodenRailwayStudio. Here's a compare and contrast video between the real model of Donald and the Chinese knockoff version of himself. Now this one is probably going to be the hardest one to film since I have to deal with 4 engines, not just 2 little small ones. I got the tenders to do as well, but I'll split it up so it's a nice and even video, easy to see. But before I get into any content, I'd like to remind you to hit that subscribe button below and the like button too while you're at it. Thank you. So now let's get into some of the differences between these two. First, I'll go through the engine parts, and then I'll talk about the tenders afterwards. But as you see here, the real model is on the left. It's a 1996 edition of Donald, and the one on the right is fake. And you can just see right off the bat that the faces are very different. I mean, it's a good idea that the Chinese knockoffs, they have like the little eaten pie eyes. That's what I like to call them. I don't really know what they're actually called, but as you see, they both have those little cut eyes, which helps. I mean, not which doesn't help in the in determining if it's a fake one, but it helps the counterfeiters try to sell these off as the real ones. So now we'll just go onto the side here. You can see the detail here is not doesn't stand out at all. You can see the yellow is very faint inside the white square. You can barely even see it down there. But here on the real model, it's very clear, pronounced, and you can see the red inside the square very easily. You can see it from a mile away, pretty much. Also, the magnets don't fit correctly. You have to fit it like this, which is strange, but it helps when you have Donald and Douglas in remakes, when they're going up against what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, they're going to save engines in the snow. They always like to go like this, so they can go front and back, which that'll be nice for remakes, but not really for anything else. Also, the cab is really strange. How I see how on the real models here they have a very slight groove right there. It doesn't really affect the top of the cab, but it really does on the fake models. You can see that easily. Really strange. So I'll put these there, and now we'll go to the tenders. Now, one thing before I go on to the tenders is the real model that I have right now. It's also for 1996, so it doesn't have. It has technically painted coal, or they didn't really even put any paint decal. They didn't like paint it at all since it was already black. So that's the only difference. You can see there's coal in this one, but it just feels cheap. The wood is low quality. It has no print anywhere on the wheels or on the bottom. Really poorly done. Same thing for the engines. Like, see how this fake one has no name on the bottom and nothing in the wheels. Now, these pretty much models from 1990, some models from like 1999 and even 2000, but really everything 1998 and before, they don't have any names printed on them, but they do have information inside the wheels. You see mine says 1996 Britt Allcroft Thomas Limited. So that's what you want to look for in case you're confused if your character just doesn't have a name printed on the bottom. You still want to know if it's a fake or a real model. Well, thank you for viewing my video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and share my videos on any social media you belong to. Thank you, and see you next time.